Good day everyone, and welcome to this second video. Now what we're going to do in this video is to install and set up our system to start building Android and iOS apps. What we're going to do to start that is to visit nodejs.org. So when you get to the site, it is the site for Node.js. So you scroll down, you will see two versions of Node.js that you can download. In this version, you can always download the lower version. As you can see, is the recommended. But then if you're adventurous, you can download the 8.6 version. That is the current version with the latest features. I usually go for the lower version because most of the applications out there work perfectly well with the lower version. Alright, so you click on it, it downloads as a normal software. I've already downloaded it before, so I'm not going to download it. As you can see, it's downloading right here on the left of my screen. I already have it set up in my system, so I'm not downloading. If you look well, you'll see that it's only 12 MB. Alright, and once you download it, you click on it and it will install on your system. Just install it, and you never have to worry about it because you never have to actually start it again. So once this download is done, you want to quickly go and install Ionic and Cordova. These two will help us to start building mobile apps instantly. So to do that, we can install it at the same time. We just go to ionicframework.com. Ionicframework.com. Ionic is a framework like, just say it as Bootstrap. If you have been designing websites, Ionic looks like Bootstrap, you understand, but then it needs a backend. So it uses Angular.js as a backend, and then for to save your data and everything, do your notifications, upload your images, we'll be needing another second layer of backend called Firebase. Firebase is a backend as a service owned by Google. Alright, so this is the Ionic page. We are basically going to click on Get Started. So the tutorial I'm going to teach now will work for several different versions of Ionic. If you're taking Ionic 2, Ionic 3 or Ionic 4, it will work perfectly for you. Alright, so after clicking on Getting Started, this is the link to this is the command we will use to install Cordova and Ionic, as you can see, and this G means we're installing it globally. To do that, we have to start up our Node server. If you install Node.js, just click on your start menu on your Windows, then type Node, and Node.js command prompt will pull up. Don't use this, you should just use this. So when you click on it, you can then copy what we have here and right click and hit enter. This would download the latest versions of Cordova and Ionic and install it in your system. As you can see, the Node.js version I'm using is 7.9.0. Alright, so that's it. Once you install it and it's done, you need to navigate to a certain folder where you want to create your Ionic application, because we're about to create our first application. Alright, so this will work anywhere in your system. For me, I have a special folder where I create mine. For you, you might just, if this is your first time of creating an application, you might want to create it on your desktop. Alright, for me, I have a special folder. To do that, to go to that folder, I'll type cd. You must type cd, then you type c. If you know where the folder is, it won't be difficult for me. For you, for me, I know where mine is. Mine is at 164/www. But if you don't know where, this is mine. As you can see, it has changed folder. This means change directory to this. So we are now here. So, but if you don't know the correct address to yours, you basically want to open the folder like this, then click here and copy the URL or the address of it. Once you copy the address, you can now come to your screen and say cd, right click. You right click on the screen to paste. So cd, right click, then you hit enter. You understand? So right now I am in mine. You can just find yours, and I'm going to start creating our Ionic application. As you can see on the Ionic page, this is the command to create a new Ionic application. So I'll just do Ionic start, then we're gonna give it a name. So the name I'm gonna give our new app is what are we gonna call it? Let me call it Ionic upload, yeah. So you can call yours anything. Then this is the template. As you can see, there are several templates that Ionic can come with. So the first one, if you use blank, it will come with a blank template. If you use tabs, it will come with a template that has 3 buttons at the bottom. So your phone screen will look like this, have a top bar, have 3 buttons at the bottom. If you use side menu, it will come with these 3 buttons at the bottom, but then it will come with a side menu too. Alright, so I think we should just try side menu, but I should warn you at this point that some of these are buggy, you understand? So if there are some of them that you will use and your application will just show up with a bug that you wouldn't know how to resolve. So for a starter, you might want to just try, the maximum you should try is tabs or just a blank page. For me, I'm just going to go ahead with side menu, so you should go ahead with side menu. But if after setting up your application and you see errors, it's probably because you chose one. Now if you don't add any of this, if you don't use this fourth command, it will install blank for you by default. Alright, so let's go ahead and also I want to mention that even if no matter the one you use, no matter the one you select, you can always build it to work with any other one. Alright, so we'll go back to our command prompt and side menu, hit enter. Make sure you have your internet connection. If your internet connection is slow, this will take 5 to 10 minutes. If it's fast, it could take like less than 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute. For me, my internet connection is moderate. It usually takes me for about 2 minutes. Alright, so I already have Ionic installed, so this is just asking me to upgrade to the latest Ionic, which I don't want to upgrade. I don't like to use the latest version of anything because sometimes it results in errors. Alright, so I'll type N, which is no. Yours might not ask you this question because obviously you will be using the latest version when you're installing and setting up this. I'll hit N and hit enter. Asking me, would you like to integrate your new app with Cordova to target native iOS and Android? Yes, of course, I want to do that. We're building an app for iOS and Android. Hit enter. That is yes. And then basically answer all the questions that it's going to ask you. At the end of the day, you have your basic Ionic application set up. And we'll see for now, I'll pause this video and continue in the next video where this application is set up and we'll peruse it. Thank you. See you in the next video.